Hey guys, welcome to MAER Videos Creator Meet and Greet. Today on Sunday, we got most of our guests here in the back. We're just waiting for J-Man to show up. That's okay. Let's bring out TripWire, our wonderful co-host.
All right, what is going on, diggers and diggets, coin roll hunters and huntresses? I am TripWire from Straight Up Metal Detecting, the co-host here on Treasure Hunters Meet and Greet, Creator Meet and Greet. I'll get that name right in here. So what's going on, Mar? How you doing today? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I slept way in. I missed Menardo Rob. I barely caught Liz. I managed to get ready for the show in time.
Good.
And now we're here.
There we go. That's all. That's the part that matters. Because if you ain't here, I know that I'll be lost because I don't know what I'm doing.
I already finished my coffee.
How many phenomenal human beings do we have that we need to romance in the chat today? Is what I want to know.
Oh, there's a lot of people.
Oh,
there's a lot of people here.
Look for a lot of horns.
Yeah. Should we go right to the beginning?
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to make the guests wait just a minute. We won't take too long. Okay, ready? Who do we got here?
Clark's.
Clark's Cove. Nancy, everyone check out that video.
Yeah, I threw that video on the link. That's awesome.
PA Relic Hunters is here.
Hey, what's up?
We've got me.
Pass.
Okay, kick him out of here. We got Jeff from Adventures with Goat. KCL, thank you for coming. We've got Clam Bay. Frank from Diggin' Richmond is here. Cynthia Swearingen.
Cynthia.
Awesome. Who else do we got? Marty V in the crowd.
Yeah.
Our double time winner. We got Demon Rat right here. He's won twice. Crazy. Speaking of winning, KK's digging it. She won too. And today, look what we got.
What we got?
We got this fancy special edition shiny nickel, and it's got a different kind of beaver on the front.
Okay.
So guess who found this?
Who found that?
Treasure Hunter assistant, always looking at the ground.
Let me guess.
Yep. Rory found it.
Super Rory.
So we got another Super Rory. Whoa, no metal detector.
That's
just treasure hunting skill.
They count. Yeah.
Okay, let's finish the list here. PA Relic Hunters, we got you, Rob. So sorry I missed the show. I was seriously shooting Z's. Let me see. Mama's gone detecting. Love you, Mama.
What up, Mom?
Shane, love him too. He's awesome. I'll say he's my moral support channel. There we go. Anthony here from Brooklyn Treasure Hunter. Awesome.
Hello.
Keep on going. We can make it. We're going to get these guests out here. There he is. Look.
Metal SHARXS, you made it. Hey, what's going on? You're in the wrong area.
Follow the link. You're in the wrong section.
Make a left at the
right. Come into the back. Come into the back. Anyway, let me see. Who else do we got? We're almost there at the bottom. BC Treasure Trails.
What up,
Thanks
BC?
for coming, Jason. You're awesome. We're waiting for your next chroma key creation. It's going to be good. He's got like 3 green screens in a row.
Ooh.
Louisiana Dirt Diggers, thanks for coming. Keep on scrolling. That's what I'm doing. I got a touch screen. Scrolling. Oh, Johnny O is here.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, hey?
Right on. Oh, everyone is just saying hi to each other. We love that.
Yep.
You guys. Oh, this family. Lost Ways.
Hi, what's up?
In the Backyard Treasures in the chat.
Hey.
Wow. Oh, and 508, Josh is here.
508.
Scott Owens.
Hi.
I think Scott is from far away. Maybe he'll tell us. I don't want to say it wrong. Here you go. What's he say here? Oh, he's in the studio.
I think I'm in the studio now. I love the think part.
I don't know if you're in the studio. I can't scroll it. Give me a second. My computer's being a jerk. Oh, in from Japan.
Ah, what's up?
Konnichiwa.
Yeah. We did a
Thank you for coming.
5 yen coin Friday.
Yeah, 5 yen coin Friday.
Good
on TripWire's channel. Straight up metal detecting. Wow, we're going to get to the bottom of this. Molly Man. He's the last one.
He'd be finished. Hey, what's up, Molly?
I wish we were. We're not finished, though. David Carlisle, thank you for coming.
What's up? Ambient Girl again.
Okay.
Can't have enough ambient in your life. That's all there is.
Let's see if I can get some guests out here.
Yeah.
I don't think J-Man's in the studio because, oh, and look.
Take it on.
Thanks for coming, Nick.
What's going on? How you doing, eh?
Okay. Now, without further ado, if I can get to the intro videos on this computer, let's bring out our first guest at the top of the list, Metal SHARXS. Oh, wait. He still didn't get here yet. So let's skip forward and bring out Dennis, DF Digger.
Hey, good morning all, it's DF Digger. I'm out here on the Sebasticook River.
What's going on? How you doing, DF?
Hey guys,
so guys, guess what? J-Man's here.
Yay,
let's bring him up.
Looks like a coin. Hey, that's interesting. What is that? Yes! J-Man is here from Metal SHARXS, and I've just arrived at Soldiers Freedom.
Hey, what's going on? You made it.
Hey, everybody, glad to be here.
J-Man.
Hey, what's going on?
Not too
And
bad.
last but not least on the list, guys, let's get
more.
Rusty out here.
What's going on, everybody?
That was the first time I saw your intro video, and God bless you. I love that song. I don't know what you were playing, but that was really good sounds right there.
Yeah,
That's one of those
that's a good one.
YouTube songs.
They're getting ripped off. They should get paid for putting out that. That's such a good jam.
Yeah.
So I hope everyone's having a fantastic Sunday. Thank you all very much for joining us today. We do usually start off with a couple of questions right off the bat. And seeing as how this is the creator meet and greet, content creators, I'm going to ask, why did you start your YouTube channel in the first place? I always love to hear the origins. I know chat loves to hear the origins too. So why did you start your YouTube channel in the first place?
Well, thanks, TripWire and everybody. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
You sound great.
Yeah, so for me, it came down to really waiting too long to start in this hobby. I always kind of wondered from afar if it would be a fun hobby, but I kind of had a misperception that it was too expensive. But then I think in 2016, my sister and my dad kind of teamed up to get a metal detector for my brother. And it was a White's Coinmaster Pro. And then in 2017, my mom had this big milestone birthday. Now, you never ask a lady what her age is, so I won't reveal her age right now. Big milestone. And I'm one of 9 siblings, big Catholic family. And growing up, my parents always really appreciated having that togetherness of family. But when it came to her milestone birthday back in 2017, we wanted to do a tribute video. Mom, this is your life. So I thought, well, why not borrow my brother's metal detector and tell a couple of stories about Mom and then learn about the hobby. So I put that together and made a family video, and then my other siblings followed suit and did videos like that too. So that's how I got started.
Got you on YouTube.
That's cool. That's a cool way to do it. That's kind of actually very interesting. A lot of people go other ways. That is a good way to start it with the family video. It's a good way to jumpstart. DF, why did you start your YouTube channel?
Well, I'd only been detecting for about 3 years, and I've only been actually doing videos for the last 2 of the 3. And after completing the first season, I saw that I was finding a lot of things that other people were finding, some different things. And my son got me a GoPro for my birthday the following year, and I started putting them out.
Just to do it, right?
Yeah, just to do them, just show them, show Mainers, you know, what's in the waters here. A lot of people have been pretty surprised that they've been fishing in these rivers and never knew what was underneath their feet.
Yeah, that's very true.
Exactly. Just hiding there.
I love when people go out in the lakes and rivers because I rarely get a chance to do that. So when others get a chance to do it, I like to see what they pull up. The Rusty, why did you start your YouTube channel in the first place?
Well, that's a good question. I've been detecting about 12 years now, and I got inspired by some of the bigger names during the COVID thing. We were all in lockdown. I was at home. I was watching a lot of videos, and I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. I find a lot of cool things in the ground, so let me see if I can't put it on video. And I started playing around with it. I really gained a passion for sharing, the things I find. If somebody else can get some joy out of it, then great. That's what it's all about. It's about the fun in the hobby, and I just wanted to share some of that.
Yeah, get out there and share. And that's why I started too, was to share with family and friends. And then next thing you know.
Cool. There you go. You got your channel up and running. I just wanted to teach other beginners because I was screwing up everything myself. I'm going to show you what not to do so you guys can find this stuff. So that was basically my idea. Let's see what we got. What is the deepest hole you ever dug, and was it worth it in the end? Sharks, let's start with you. What is the deepest hole you ever dug metal detecting?
Well, thanks, TripWire. When I thinking about this question, what comes to mind for me is pretty deep hole that I dug, and it was pretty hard. It was at Florida Hunt 6. So this was a big organized hunt last year near Melrose, Florida, and it was a benefit hunt for veterans who go to this big nonprofit area, recreational area called Soldiers Freedom Outdoors. Decompress from PSTD and different impacts of serving overseas and protecting our country and our interests. But at any rate, I was under this big, what I call a granddaddy oak tree, and there were these gnarly roots there. And I got this signal there, and I kept digging and digging, and it's in a Metal SHARXS video here. But basically, it was this big iron object in a triangular shape. So I finally got that out. I'd say it was probably 12 inches more, complicated by all the roots. And I got it out. It's a broken plow point or the like, because there were some fields there, and it was probably a farming implement. But it was worth it.
Oh, yeah. No, when you find rungs that deep, yeah. Pardon me. DF, I don't know what's wrong with my throat today. What was the deepest hole you ever dug in? Was it worth it in the end?
Yes. It was definitely worth it. It was actually in the river. We have few sandy spots, and I was out over my waist, and in the river, you can only bend over so far to the water until your face goes under.
Take a closer look.
But there was a beautiful signal, and it ended up being about a foot down. What it was a 1914 copper Gillette canteen. And I actually had to stick my face into the water, put my metal detector and everything, because at the time I had a non-waterproof detector. I had to put it on an island, go back out, and then dig down underneath it.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it was worth it in the end. It was what was it again? A Gillette canteen?
Yeah, it was made by the Gillette company in 1914. It was at least that's what it has on the date. I'm not sure if it was made that year, but.
Oh, so that definitely would be worth it without a doubt. Rusty, well, you've been at this for a very long time, like almost 20 years now. What was the deepest hole you ever dug, and was it worth it in the end?
Besides the 18-inch, soda cans on the beach, I would have to say, I dug a foot once, ended up getting an old clock, the internals of an old clock, but that hole kept going because I actually found the trash pit. I was able to dig bottles out. I was down about 3 feet by the time it was said and done. It was definitely worth it. I got some of the bottles up there now that I actually found in that pit. So, I have a tendency to dig just about everything. If it makes a good sound, I'll dig it, and you never know where it's going to lead. You don't know if you're on top of that trash pit or if there's a trail of magical treasure underneath that first target. You just never know. So like I said, I would say about a foot for a clock, and then about 3 feet for bottles.
Man, that's like a double whammy there. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I never done bottle digging, so. Metal SHARXS, during your last question, you gave me our last statement, my apologies, gave me a phenomenal idea for a question I'm going to ask from now on. I hate tree roots. I absolutely despise them. Do you have any advice for anybody, especially new people, especially the new guys out there that are watching? How do you personally deal when you come across tree roots? You got any special technique you use at all? I'll start with SHARXS.
Well, that's a good question. But for me, I just try to be patient and not get too high or too low when I'm not metal detecting, because sometimes it's easy to have a bad attitude, and you want to keep a good attitude, keep those positive thoughts and vibes going, so to speak. So sometimes, the elements will be against you, the roots, but hopefully you have, maybe like a less shovel or something like that. And then also maybe a digging tool. Like I have a Gator digging tool that I use. And that gives you a couple of options, and you just be patient with it and take your time and not get in too much of a hurry. And hopefully if you can work it out from among the roots, but if not, you can just rebury it. But usually I try to leave it better than I found it and repair all the holes carefully.
Cool. That's an awesome idea. Yeah, especially the mindset is definitely a plus when you get out there. You gotta stay calm. DF, do you got any? I'm pretty sure you probably ran into roots. Do you got any advice for anybody that has to deal with tree roots a lot?
30% of my hunts are on land, so I really don't get into them all that much if I don't have to. Yeah, just a good sharp shovel.
Straight, easy to the point. That's right.
There you go.
Yeah,
for the little ones, for sure.
Oh,
if you're going around the bottoms of big trees, people always say like stuff falls out of pockets when people are sitting there reading.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then like 50 years later, you think the tree could even, what do you call it? Take that over. So it would be almost part of the stump. That, I don't know.
That's
I haven't dug around a lot of trees.
I have.
I've seen pictures where like a whole wagon wheel is, embedded. The tree has grown, around it. So you got to wonder.
They could keep it. Mother Nature can have that one. Apparently wants it more.
Yeah, over a couple hundred years. How much stuff a tree could pick up.
Rusty, do you got any advice for anybody that has to deal with a lot of tree roots? You've seen that the most years here on the show. Any advice for anybody out there?
Well, if you're the type of person that has no patience, don't dig it. Because like J-Man said, you need a lot of patience to get around tree roots. The roots are small enough and you're not going to damage the tree, then I usually cut through them with whatever shovel I have. Otherwise, I try to expose the whole root. If it's big enough, that way I can push it out from underneath the root from the opposite side if the target is directly underneath. That usually helps a lot. Like I said, it does take a lot of patience, and if you're in a hurry, don't even bother.
Yeah, Mike from M&W was saying to dig wider and then try go under.
Right.
Ton of living on the side.
See,
look at that.
These are questions I've had that was a question I had for a very long time. Been doing this 6 years, and I think that is the greatest answers I've heard yet from anybody. Thank you all very much.
That's a good one.
That. Here's a question. Now you guys could pass on this one because it may be controversial. It may not be. It's coming from TripWire, so it's usually here's what's up. Are you guys? Is any of you sponsored? Or yes or no, or are you looking to get sponsored by anybody? SHARXS, is this something that's on your mind or not?
Well, I'm not sponsored at this time. When I first started, I got a used Garrett AT Pro at a good price from my younger brother who started in the hobby before me. So I really love that Garrett machine and what it could do. It was a great relic hunting machine. So I kind of had visions when I first started of being like the Hoover Boys or something and being sponsored by Garrett. But then last year, my wife got a dream job in the Jacksonville, Florida area. So we relocated our family, and there's so many wonderful beaches near us. So I decided to get the MindLab Equinox 600 for my birthday last year because it's a really good saltwater machine. And so I guess I'm by detecting company or able to use all kinds of different machines. Like I use the Garrett, the MindLab, and also the Fisher F22 for different situations. So right now, I'm not by anybody, but open to it at some point. But just having fun and focusing on the fun of the hobby.
That's a great way to look at it. I agree the same way. DF, are you sponsored, or you ever think about getting sponsored, or something you're looking into at all?
No, not really. I'm just doing this as a hobby, putting it out there for the people. If Nocta, ever came up to me and said, "Hey, we've seen that Simplex sitting at the bottom of the river and almost all the videos, we'd like to promote that," I wouldn't have a problem with that. But other than that, no.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah.
We're both in the same boat on that one. Rusty, are you sponsored by anybody, or are you ever looking to get sponsored?
I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm open to it, but I don't think too many people would want me to, because I'm pretty rough on my stuff, and I really give it a good test. As a matter of fact, I'll share a little something with you. I actually bought a White's groundhog shovel. First day using it, bent the handle in half.
Oh no!
And I called White's, emailed them. They said, "Well, here's our answer: get a welder and fix it." I was like, "Okay, well, I guess I'll do it." So I ended up rebuilding it, and I could dig up anything right now with it, because I basically revamped the whole thing, rewelded a new handle on it, and it's stronger than ever now. But like I said, not too many of the bigger names would probably want to sponsor me, because I'd probably break stuff. But I'm always open to it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes knocking to your door. Don't always say no. Believe it or not, now I know DF may be able to answer this one, because do either Sharks or Rusty, do you guys got a Simplex at all? Have you guys ever worked a Simplex? I know you have one, Rusty or DF, right?
Yeah, because TripWire is new to Simplex.
Yeah,
you're going to be rocking it hard this summer.
Oh, incredible. I wish I could go today, but it was raining earlier, so I have to figure out what's going on there. But anyhow, has anybody ever had problems between your pinpointer and your metal detector? Allow me to explain. What it was, I was out with my Simplex yesterday, and when I got the signal, I know where I need to dig, I turn on the pinpointer, and then the machine goes off. Turn the pinpointer off, the machine stops. And then I did that for about 3 or 4 times. Has that ever happened to you, DF?
Yeah.
Pinpointer?
What version do you have set up?
I don't know. It's got that. Was it Park 2 or something like that?
No. When you turn on your machine, look down in the lower left-hand corner. There's going to be a version number.
Okay.
You're probably at the maybe 6.7 or 6.67 or something like that. Upgrade it to either the 6.77 or the 7.8. I run the 7.7, but what that gives you is a mute option on the machine.
I was telling him that.
Yeah. So when before you turn on your pinpointer, just hit that mute button and pinpoint, shut it off, and then hit your mute button again.
Got it. I'll definitely jump on that. Thank you so much, because that was driving me nuts.
So that doesn't come on the factory firmware. You have to upgrade it.
Unless Nocta sent it out, at a higher, but some people like the older version,
there you go.
I prefer
and that's
that
why
one.
You're running one step back, just in case there's some glitchiness in the newest one.
No, the 6.78. What it is basically a duplicate of the older version, but it offers that mute button.
That's awesome.
Good. That's definitely going to come in handy there.
Yeah, like if I want to mute my machine, I have to turn it on, or off. Derp. Yeah. That's the thing. Mute would be nice sometimes.
And anyhow, here's another interesting question. You probably don't hear from other channels, but what type of day do you guys prefer to hunt? Whether it be the morning, the afternoons, or do you guys like to do a lot of dark detecting or night detecting? Sharks, do you prefer to go? What time of day is best for you?
Well, I like to go first thing in the morning, and especially if I'm going beach detecting. It's nice if you can get out a couple hours before low tide, so you can work up to low tide and just after low tide. And then also here in Florida, the so-called Sunshine State. So a lot of the year it gets brutally hot out there at the beach. So I like being there when it's a little cooler in the morning. Now I love nighttime detecting, but for safety purposes, I like to use a buddy system. So go night detecting more, that would be the ideal, because you have the beach all to yourself, and it's loads of fun. So I recommend that. You got to have good lighting though. Sometimes I've done it and I didn't have enough lighting, and it's hard to make a video out of it if you don't have good lighting at night.
Definitely. Guys go with the headlamp, but the circle is so bright sometimes it washes out the whole picture, and then it's dark all around. So night hunts are tough to film. You need
first time I did dark detecting, I went to the dollar store and I got about 10 different lights, and I had them all over the metal detector, on the hat, on the hands, on the And I didn't have a Garrett that had a light. I actually put a light on my bounty hunter pinpointer.
Yeah, you need to hire a helper that has a studio umbrella light on a boom, and he can just chase you the whole time. Yeah.
DF, what's your favorite time to go out metal detecting in the day?
Well, primarily I'm on the river, so mornings and afternoons, either the river or the lakes. Those are your calmest times of day. Usually the middle of the day, the winds pick up and you start getting ripples on the river, or big waves out on the lake. I prefer those morning or late afternoons.
Makes sense. Yeah, getting out early is probably usually the best. I usually like to try to do that on weekends when I can, if it's all possible. Trying to think, like night detecting is something that's always a lot of fun. But isn't there something called, again, this is for new guys, maybe you can help me out, chicken hunting, chicken hawking? Does anybody
Night
know
hawking?
Night hawking.
Good night.
Now, isn't that normally like bad to do, or like is that even against the law that I heard?
Yeah,
at
it
one
means
point?
without permission, I think, is implied in
Yeah,
night hawking.
yeah, if you've been doing this probably longer than all of us, do you know anything about this topic here? Night hawking?
Some.
Okay, thanks.
Is anyone going to admit to it?
I would like to say it's probably more along the lines of people going on places they shouldn't be going at night, so they can't be
that too.
big targets. Like permissions you don't have, state property that you're not allowed on, battlefields, that kind of thing. Anytime you're somewhere where you shouldn't be, that's not right. It's messed up that people do it. I've ran across it before.
You have
on other properties that I'm like, nobody's supposed to be digging here, and I wasn't there to metal detect, but I found dig holes and everything else, and I'm like, well, that's kind of messed up. So unfortunately it happens, but what are you going to do about it? Just if you do see it, obviously, try to say something about it. But
yeah, I guess anything's going to happen. So we're not even much going to do about that.
Yeah.
Here's
the
one
chat agrees.
Yeah,
you're probably stealing if you're night hawking.
Right.
Oh, okay. That's basically where it comes from. Yeah, because I mean, when I started doing, I did a little dark detecting my second year of metal detecting, and I thought I was doing something illegal, and I didn't want to do that to anything. I've done enough illegal crap. I don't need to be doing that. It turns out you could do that like in certain places, like public schools. You could do it as long as it's not like 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. You need a little bit of light. It never hurts. Anyhow, back to some really interesting questions. Metal SHARXS, do you prefer to hunt by yourself or in groups?
Well, that's a really tough question. I think I prefer in groups, though, because sometimes when you're out on your own and you're not always having a good hunt every single time you go out. Like my most recent hunt, I went to the nearest beach to where I live in Ponte Vedra Beach, public beach, and I only found 13 cents and 2 fishing weights. So if I had a buddy there, maybe we could have bounced ideas off each other, maybe gotten some ideas of different spot to try along the beach or different way to approach it, since I wasn't finding much that day. So I think overall I like having a hunting buddy with me, but sometimes it is good to be out on your own and just be out in the beauty of God's creation and just regroup that way, and it's kind of therapeutic.
Yeah, definitely. That's the way I always looked at it, big time. Mr. DF, sir, do you prefer to hunt in groups or by yourself?
Either. I enjoy having people around. We're kind of up and out of the way in Dover, Foxcroft, Maine. So, Madison, Maine, he usually comes up a lot, but he's, an hour away. But yeah, I like it. J-Man said, those mornings that you're out there and the sun's just breaking and, you're on Mother Nature's rivers and stuff. That there, gives me a lot of peace. Yep.
I agree fully. Rusty, do you dig by yourself or do you prefer groups or other people to be digging with you?
Well, that's kind of a mixed question. I enjoy being by myself and hunting by myself, but I have an amazing hunting partner. He's somewhere in the chat, Dr. Anton, and he's a good friend of mine, and we have a blast hunting together. So I got to say it's 50-50. He's about the only other person I've dug with. I dug with one other guy years ago. He since moved on, but usually it was by myself. But when you have a good hunting partner and you guys can, like J-Man said, knock ideas back and forth off each other, like, hey, where do you think this was? Let's kind of figure this out. Let's grid this out. We've done that several times. So yeah, it's a mixed answer. If I'm hunting at night, the only place I hunt at night is on the beach. I usually like to have John with me or somebody with me because, here in Jersey, it's not like the country. There's some interesting people out there.
I live 8 miles outside Detroit. I understand exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And now, for me personally, I'll just throw this out really quick. I prefer to hunt by myself. I don't really. Everything I've ever done in my life always revolved around groups of people, whether it was wrestling or playing metal bands. I was always around a group of people. This is the first time where it's just me by myself controlling everything. So I'm kind of like the outcast, but that's the way it is. That's how I do it. Now, this is another question. It's just I'm trying to come up with stuff that you do not hear on other shows. And I watched a lot of videos, a lot of channels over the years. And I noticed that some people wear gloves and others don't. Now, I know it's probably the dumbest question next to my other one that nobody likes. Do you prefer to wear gloves when you metal detect or not? Sharks.
I prefer to wear gloves, but I kind of take what I call the Michael Jackson approach, where I one at a time. And to be honest, what I do is I have this GoPro chest-mounted camera that I use, but I also like to supplement it with the iPhone. So it's pretty hard. I haven't found a pair of gloves that works really well with an iPhone yet. And I was talking to Liz about this, the Digging Canuck, recently, because she was trying to find gloves that work well in really frigid weather up where she digs. But at any rate, I'm trying to find gloves that you can still feel the targets in the dirt, and you can also still manipulate your smartphone. And I haven't been able to find that yet. But I like to have at least one glove on to protect at least one of my hands, because I have been cut by glass or different things. Got to be careful out there.
Oh, very. Oh, I know that feeling big time. DF, do you wear gloves when you metal detect or not?
On land, generally not, unless I know I'm in like a real glassy area. On the river, though, definitely, because you generally can't see below the, where your hands are below the water. And I pulled out some pretty sharp stuff, and just alone digging in the sand, that will wear your fingernails down in a day.
Wow, really? I don't do a lot of beaches, so that's interesting. Rusty, do you wear gloves when you go out metal detecting and digging, or what?
Yes, every time. Around here, there's needles and stuff. You just never know where you're going to find that. You're going to never know where you're going to find glass. I wear rubber coated, and then underneath of that, I actually wear nitrile gloves. That way, when I take off my gloves, my nitrile gloves will still operate my phone. And then my phone doesn't get all nasty, and because that's what I usually record with. So
yep. Perfect. And I find for hazards, to chime in, is light bulb bases. I'm doing some parks where they decorate the trees, and there's the base of the bulb with the broken fragments of glass sticking out, and those bases sound so good, and you're like, oh my god, I found something, Yep. And so you get in there too quick, and you can just split your fingers wide open.
Yep. I religiously wear gloves constantly. I feel weird if I can't. I just don't feel right not wearing gloves when I metal detect. So I see others do it, and I'm like going, "You're a very brave soul," because you don't know what's going to be in that hole. Not even close. Now, what type of machine? Let's talk tech a little bit here, because I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat likes to hear about tech. No, Sharks, I know you said it before. Once again, what type of machine do you use when you're out there?
Mostly these days, I'm using the Equinox 600, and I feel really comfortable with it on the beach. I've probably used it more than 100 hours. So they say it takes 100 hours to get used to a machine and really know it. So I've used it in beach modes 1 and 2 for that amount of time, but I'm not as comfortable with it relic hunting. I'm getting better at it, but I still have a ways to go. But so sometimes I like to use my Garrett AT Pro for relic hunting. I feel like it's really good at that, but I've been having trouble lately with my Z-Link headphones and the volume not working right. So I've got to troubleshoot that issue. But mostly the Nox 600, and then once in a while, just for fun, I use a Fisher F22, which is my oldest son's machine, but he doesn't use it too much, so sometimes I like to play around with it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, there's some good machines there. Now, someone near and dear to my heart, TF Digger, I know you're using the Simplex. How long have you been using the Simplex, by the way?
1 season last year. Prior to that, I had my wife bought me a White's Treasure Pro. And I use that in the river, like I said before. It's not fully waterproof, and I almost ruined it one day and settled on the Simplex. And that's been tried and true machine.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm getting I only took mine out 3 times. Rusty, I'm pretty sure you said those machines before, but can you say them one more time for everybody?
So I primarily use a White's V3i. Only problem is in the cities, it hates EMI. It goes bananas. It's too hard to try to get it to stop. Been using that for about 10 years. I now have a Garrett AT Pro that I usually will go and probe new spots with. I'll just bring that along. Fits in my work car easily. I go around, and if I find a new spot, I'll do a test hunt and use the AT Pro. If I see it's really good and there's not a lot of EMI around, I'll bring the Whites back, and I have several different coils for that. So hopefully, not to get into politics, but if I get a stimulus, I am getting the Equinox 800. That's on my next.
Oh yeah,
cool.
The adventures are us.
Anyhow, really, we'll just go back to the tried and true question that everybody loves. What is your favorite find that you've dug over the years? Rusty, what's the coolest thing you ever dug?
That's such a tough question, and I'm sure everybody says that because there's so many different categories. I guess really my recent video that I just put up Friday, I actually dug my rarest and my oldest coin in one hunt. I ended up getting a 1794 Liberty Cap half cent, which there was only like 86,000 of those minted. And then I ended up getting a KG2 Hibernia as well in the same hunt. That was undated, but 1727 to 1760 on that one. And then, I like finding more personal items too, like the flat buttons and things like that people had on them. They each little piece tells a story, and that's what I love about this hobby is you can find something from the 1800s and you sit there and you try to ponder what that thing has seen, like what it's been through and who had it and who dropped it and what little kid played with this toy. And that's the kind of thing that keeps me going in this.
I agree with you 100%. It's like a lot of times I think the odd stuff is more important than the financial stuff. You can find pennies and coins all day, but when you find something that actually belongs to something like a dog tag or something, I always find those really cool, super cool. Metal SHARXS, what's the best find, your favorite find that you found so far?
Well, I agree with Rusty Digger that's kind of a tough question, but for me, one thing that quickly comes to mind would be thinking about here in Florida, hurricane season is a way of life. And a few years ago, we had this big Category 5 hurricane, Michael. And not too long after that, I went to St. George Island, which is along the Gulf Coast of Florida. And there's a state park there. And there had been probably a water washover event and a lot of erosion at the state park and the beach there. But I was able to find this big 50 caliber machine gun shell casing there. So that was really cool because I got to thinking, how did that get there? And I started doing some more research and found out that along the Gulf Coast, about 20 miles of Florida's coastline, during World War II early on, they did a lot of amphibious training to get ready for D-Day in Normandy, France, and also to get ready for the war in the Pacific. So they had a General Omar Bradley who came to Camp Gordon Johnston near Caravelle, Florida. And then they did all these exercises to get ready, the brave troops to go overseas there and win back freedom from Hitler and his forces. So I was really glad to find that piece of history, that shell casing there. And it was really, really one of my most exciting finds. And they also have a really neat museum there at Caravelle, Florida to pay tribute to that history. So I hope I can find another one day and maybe donate it to that museum.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, major. Yeah. I love finding ammo, and I've never held a gun in my life. Anytime I find a bullet casing, I just go completely crazy. I love bullets. DF, what's the best find that you found so far that you love?
Oh, I'm not much of a coin guy, but I guess if my best coin was a 1783 Louis XVI French Liard. Found that in the river. Found a few other older coins in the river, but mostly I'm a relics hunter. And the pewter that comes out of this river is beautiful. Yeah, I enjoy just digging out, personal items and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love finding the personal stuff. It's always been the best. Believe it or not, I found a little bit of everything, but I was metal detecting for 5 years now. And on my live stream, I decided to go through a box of junk because I didn't know anything. And on the show itself, I pulled out a little charm, and I didn't know anything about stamping. And it turned out to be not just one of my favorite cartoon characters. It turned out to be Sterling Silver at the same time. So something I dug 4 or 5 years ago, don't even remember, turned out to be my favorite out of everything. This is going to be the last question from me really quick. And I know Chad hates it. I know Chad despises this question. But they come to this show because I'm going to say stuff that ask questions that nobody's ever heard. What is the worst thing you ever found? I'm bringing that question back. What is the worst thing you ever found? This is it for me. Then I'm going to have to fly. Rusty, I want to know, what is the worst thing you ever found metal detecting?
Honestly, I mean, besides typical pull tabs and
pull tabs. Love pull tabs.
I really couldn't say the worst thing I ever found. I did find a toe tag once.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if it was from somebody spreading ashes or whatever.
Jeez.
Strange. I left it there because.
Yeah, I can see that as a memorial to the person.
That's
close enough. I mean, it doesn't have to be like anything total brutal. It's like how did this get here type of thing. Question. Yeah, toe tag's right up there. And I'm sure Chad is screaming at me, TripWire, stop asking that. Well, I'm asking it.
Yeah.
Metal SHARXS, what was the worst thing you ever found?
Well, what comes to mind for me is that beach that I go to nearest where I live in Ponte Vedra Beach called Mike's Landing. And I think it was last summer, so it's pretty hot. And I started getting a big metal target there, and it turned out to be about a 14-inch bolt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that was from, like a bridge or a ship or something. But I'm like, okay, I can't really leave this here because somebody might stub their toe on it or something.
Right.
But it's too big to go in my pouch. So thankfully, I saw this guy with a big 5-gallon bucket who was helping to clean up the beach. So that was really good timing. So this bad find turned into a good find because I just gave it to him, and he was willing to carry it off and recycle it or whatever.
That's good. I do that with all my scrap. I always recycle everything. Even my pull tabs, which I love to death. I donate those to charity every time I get them. Last question from me before I fly. DF, what is again, it's just a random question. You could say pass if you want. What is the worst thing you ever found?
Casket plates.
Plates.
In the river. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there was a big cemetery upstream, and this river's been flooded, quite a few times, and could have either come from that cemetery or from, somebody's personal plots.
Oh, trip.
Yeah.
I'm this is a TripWire question just to you personally. Were those made out of brass or copper or just a regular aluminum or steel?
I can't remember the exact name. Somebody corrected me on it. It's a soft metal, like lead. It's almost like as soft as lead flashing. Yeah, they got washed off, and pushed down the river.
Well, I guess it happens, and you can't control Mother Nature. Mother Nature's going to control you. Anyhow, I thank you all very much for being here. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get flying because I'm only here for an hour. If I could stay later, I would, but I can't. I got to take care of some business. Mayor, are you done playing with your computer?
Yeah, I put the link in the chat. We were supposed to do open panel, but in my quest to show the winner of the giveaway, we're late.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see you, TripWire.
All right, I thank you all very much. Thank you, Rusty. Thank you,
bring up our
thank you,
first
DF.
guest,
Highly
guys.
appreciate it. Thank you for being on show.
Appreciate it.
Here we go.
Y'all take care.
Well, TripWire runs out. Let's drag.
Boy, I wish that would happen to me in real life. How y'all doing?
What's up,
Pretty good. Thanks for coming.
Oh, couldn't miss it. Been super busy lately, learning the new machine, and that is just an absolute beast, So
Oh, totally. Hey,
I'm loving the new technology, and I think the more people that know about it, the more it's going to catch on out there. Because it's not a pulse induction machine, but it's not really VLF either. It's a mixed domain, which is a new type of technology, and it's performing very well. I mean, I never
heard of it. I never heard of the name before you got it.
Yeah, Tarsachi.
Tarsachi.
Dimitar Gargov, the inventor of it, he worked for 20 plus, almost 30 years, I guess, for Fisher. And he designed 3 of the Fisher machines himself. So very smart guy, and of course ended up having his own idea on how things should be done. But I actually went to a beach yesterday. Nothing stellar, but the guy that was hunting with me, Arthur Frazier, he's got a Tarsace also, and he got a very, very clear signal, and down 12 inches, just the head of a rivet. You know, I mean, the thing is a super deep seeker, and it was easy because it's got so many different balances. I mean, you can black sand balance. You can do your salt balance, which is adjustable on a scale, and there's several ways to do it and improve it.
So
you
it's
do
really
your
good on salty beaches, hey?
Oh, it is super for it.
Amazing.
And he's got the ground balance is adjustable, and being on a beach, I balance to a piece of ferrite to give me an even better number. But
crazy.
Where he lives in California is one of those weird places where if you come out to his beach, you look one way and it looks like a normal Florida beach, and the other way is nothing but black sands. And he developed the machine to work well in both. And it is an awesome relic getter as well. So I'll be on the road.
We'll see you using it for sure.
I'm already using it in my videos, and I'm going to go visit Charlie from Digging It Back. That's a great channel if any of y'all haven't checked that out. And I'm going to go visit him. We're going to his hunting camp where the actual cabin was built in the 1800s. There's an old cemetery out there, so there should be some good stuff on that property. And we'll spend a day or two at that. And then I'm going to go visit Richard Eldridge from Amphibious Archaeology. And we're going to be going up into Alabama and hunting a Civil War site there that he knows of. Yeah. So I'm going to be able to put it through its paces.
You're busy.
Oh, yeah. But I will be back.
Sorry to interrupt. He's waiting in the...
What's up, Lou?
There you go. Hello.
Mr. Tones.
Welcome. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping in and checking out my Zoom party on Wednesday night. That's turning into a super thing. Sometimes they go too long, so I'm going to be trying to end them at midnight if I can, because these big 9 and 10 hour runs are a bit rough. But everybody should plan on doing there for the St. Park Rats Day Zoom party, because that's going to be a good one.
Hey, Pat, I got a question for you. That Tarsace, I noticed it's a multi-frequency, but it's not simultaneous multi-frequency, correct?
Yes. Yeah, it's got a 6.4, 9, 12, and 18. And actually 18, when you're running on 18, your battery's going to last you 40 plus hours. It's a 4-volt battery, rechargeable. You get 2 with it, and the thing puts out a lot of good power. But the batteries do seem to last very long. He doesn't have a pinpointer yet, so I'm just using my TRX pinpointer, which I still think is super.
That's what I use.
The whole machine is molded carbon fiber. So he's like the only one doing that. It's made in the USA, right out in California. A lot of them he makes himself. And there are absolutely 0 parts in there from China. You know, he's gone to great length and expense to make sure that there's no Chinese parts there. So definitely a well-built machine. There's no doubt. The coil, the plastic jacketing around the coil is extra thick, as are the ear tabs on the coils themselves are extra thick. And he uses a different type of epoxy to seal the coil than most use. It is super, super strong, but super lightweight. The epoxy itself would float, you know, just by itself.
Selling us, Pat. We're going to the store, buddy.
This thing is monster.
We're gonna go.
The big coil that I got with mine was just the one he had on hand, and he'd been using it for like 3 years. It doesn't have a scratch on it, and he never uses the coil cover. And he's like, you drag they sucker all over. But you can grab the coil from the sides, and you cannot make it flex. I don't care who you are. The thing is just rock solid.
Yeah. Lou, how you doing?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear your music too, so I keep muting you.
Sorry.
No worries.
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good.
I want to show you something I got yesterday. Check this out.
Okay, perfect. He brought a find.
Cool, right? This is from a park where there used to be a house, allegedly, right near a beach.
Oh, that is sweet.
They sold it to the New York City parks. Cool, right?
That has a keyhole on it and looks like it used to have a handle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this was bent in. This was attached. It was definitely a lock for something.
Hey, Lou, check this out, Lou.
No way. No way.
That's
No
is it the same thing?
It's almost the exact same thing.
Yours is a lot. Well, mine got crushed.
That's pretty mint.
Wow.
That's cool.
You guys.
That's crazy.
Here, hold on a second.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. That was awesome. You guys and your treasure.
Hey, Paul.
Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
How are y'all?
Hi, Paul.
Good.
Does anyone
y'all
have
hear
any
me pretty
questions
good?
for Paul about the 24-hour live stream? Anyone on the panel?
I'm going to be in it.
I'm going to be in it.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
I got to figure out what I'm going to do, though.
I'll be in it.
It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. We cannot wait.
Good times.
Put my hat on so I don't blind everybody.
And it seemed like it was so far away, Paul, and now it's next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It is. It's I'm about to lose my extension cord here. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I tell you what, it's was nerve-wracking at first, but everything's come together, and I appreciate everybody that's going to participate in it, and I hope everybody joins us in the chat. And I know a lot of streams are going to have, like we're doing right now, we're going to have
we've been
open spots for people to come in and join us, and the more the merrier.
Did you find that the video I was talking about, Lou? So you can do your sharing on StreamYard?
I watched some of it. My camera for this new computer is pretty terrible. Surprising. It's not a cheap computer. It's pretty disappointing. I think Apple is cheaping out on everything now.
Oh, yeah. But when you StreamYard, you could say use your phone and your computer at the same time. Use the phone
good
as
idea.
camera.
The
and
phone
then
definitely
use your
has
computer
better.
to control everything.
That's a good idea.
You think about
Thanks to Marlon, that's the way I'm doing it. I'm streaming from my phone. I'm watching everything on my computer, and
awesome.
It's worked out good.
Yeah, we're gonna have one big party, guys. It's gonna be awesome.
We are. And
anyone have any announcements besides the 24-hour live stream? We're passing an hour on the stream now, so we can chat for the next 15 minutes if you want, or we can all head our ways, guys, if no one's got anything extra. Here he's back, the man. He made it. I can bring him up on the stage.
Hey.
Robert.
Melissa.
Hey, Robert. Melissa. Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Blue.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
Rusty Digger, Paul. Nice to see you guys.
Hey,
Hi.
see ya. Clark's Code.
Are you guys all getting ready for the stream too?
Absolutely.
I have to run now, but I just really enjoyed being on the stream today.
J-Man. Yes. We'll put you up.
Take it easy, Jay.
Say bye to everyone.
Hey, Jay.
You were the headline guest, and I thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks everybody. It was a lot of fun.
Make sure you head over to J-Man's page. His the URL is in the description. Give him a good old subscription if you haven't. Okay, I'll give you the boot, J-Man. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
And thanks
Hi.
for answering all of TripWire's questions. There we go. Who'd I miss saying hi to?
A little girl.
I heard a kiddo. I didn't get to say hi.
Hello, Lou's
kiddo.
daughter.
Oh, Lou's daughter. Right on. Yeah, so Clark's, you guys had trouble, didn't you? With the weather,
Yes.
with the power, even your gas.
Yeah, we're back up and running full force now, but Thursday, when did we lose our gas?
Thursday.
We lost our gas Thursday, and that was our heat. That was everything.
What do you guys do? Do you have a wood burning stove then in the event the gas goes?
We have a fireplace.
Yeah.
Luckily, our electric came back on, so we plugged in some electric heaters.
Yeah, good save.
And then yesterday, the gas company came and brought a couple of guys, and we were cutting trees, and it was a mess.
Wow.
What city are you guys in?
We are south of Huntington, West Virginia, in a little community called Wayne.
Okay.
So you guys are fairly spaced out in the neighborhood, like it's acreage neighborhood?
Yeah, our nearest neighbor's what? A mile away.
Yeah, exactly. Nice and spaced out.
It looks like a tornado went through here.
Yeah. Who did we just lose?
Pat left.
Pat.
Oh, Pat. See you, Pat. Thanks for coming. He just didn't want to interrupt. That's pretty cool new machine you got, Pat. I was going to say I'll have to check it out.
Those short videos really cause a lot of traffic. I had 200 views on that yesterday. And like 2 hours later, I had 8,000 views. I couldn't believe it because it goes on that shelf.
When it hits the shelf.
That's the most views I ever got. It's crazy.
Awesome.
I can definitely thank Dennis here, DF Digger. He's the one who motivated me to start doing shorts. And my first one got 3.4 thousand views in less than 2 days. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
I think Tracy's Treasures did one with a cat, and it had like 80,000 views.
What?
People love cats. It's crazy.
With a cat. Yep, there you go. Thanks for coming on, Lou. I'm going to start shutting it down.
All right, guys, have a nice day.
Your giveaway. It was awesome having you.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Love the toque, too. You wearing that on the
Take it.
beach. It's a lucky toque. See you, Sailor.
Hey, Marlon,
All
we're
right.
here too. Just everyone, don't forget 5th and 6th. Join the 24-hour live stream. Come up and
Get on there.
1:30 in the morning.
That's right. I think everyone's going to start doing some promo videos. So we'll all check out each other's promos. Okay, Robert and Melissa, I'll give you the boot. Thanks for coming.
Hey, guys.
Boom. Next, we got Paul. Thanks for coming up, Paul.
You're
Really
welcome.
appreciate
And guys,
We'll
if
keep
you're
spreading the word.
participating in the 24 hours, use the hashtag 24 hours of live streams to help promote your channel, and it'll group everybody's together. And
That's a good
I
idea.
cannot wait.
I'll have to see how you're
cannot wait.
typing that. 24 hours, like HOURS or HRS?
Yes, it's 24 capital HOURS, lowercase of, capital L, lowercase IVE, capital S, lowercase TREAMS.
Yeah, and I know for
that'll group
hashtags,
everybody together.
when you type
Hashtag
it,
24.
if you screw up the capital letters, it doesn't matter. But as long as you type the right letters. Yeah.
Right.
So
And
24
make sure you
hours live stream.
24 hours of live stream.
Making
Because
it easy,
if
Paul. You're making it easy.
Because if you just put 24 hours live streams,
yeah, it's something else.
man, you got to looking at it, and it brings up a bunch of other stuff.
Good thing you changed it then. It'll keep it for us.
Yes.
Cool.
So,
Okay,
guys,
Paul.
I want to thank everybody. Y'all have a great Sunday.
Good
and
seeing
we'll
you,
see
Paul.
you. All right, bye, guys. Kick
Keep on
me, Molly.
swinging. What's that?
Kick me.
Oh, kick you. Boom. He's out of here. Oh, man. Kate, Rusty, you're the man.
Hey,
nice wall behind you. Other people were saying.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And we love your intro.
On this, by the way.
I told you the first time your intro was awesome. Right when you did it, remember?
Yeah.
And it's got that axe head. I see it over your shoulder.
Yep. That's that way. That's the one. Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on. It's been a blast. This is the first time I've ever been live on anything, so I appreciate you having me on. And like I said, it's been a lot of fun. Always good to meet new people, and
totally.
Everybody sticks around and follows me. And make sure you subscribe, and I got a lot of cool things coming up. So,
Rusty also hunts with his daughter sometimes, just like I do, right? He's a family man.
I've done a video or two with her.
And she's younger though than my daughter.
Yeah, she's 4. She's not even 5 yet.
So she's not hitting that. Mine's just turned 8, and she's finding treasure on the ground, trying to impress me all the time.
Yeah, she has the attention span of a squirrel right now. So
Yeah, it comes. All right, Rusty, we will have you again. I generally like to have guests more than once.
Thank you. I hope so.
And I can't believe this is the first time you've gone live on someone's channel.
Yeah, very first.
Awesome.
You're a natural, man.
Thank you. Good one, Rusty.
Hey, you too. Good seeing you.
Yeah, I'm going to kick you, Rusty.
All right,
Finish up with Dennis. Dennis.
Hey, man. Good show. No, thank you for inviting me. It's been a good time.
It's different. We all sit around sometimes in the end when we get lots of people on the screen. I feel like, not awkward, but everyone wants to talk at once. And I noticed today we did awesome again. No one was talking on top of each other. Everyone was on their best behavior. Do you want to go over the chat with me, Dennis, or do you got to go?
I can go over the chat with you.
Sure. Let's say bye to everyone. I'm going to scroll up as high as I can, and let's go through and say bye to everyone. Clark's was here. They were on the show. So nice of them to be here. Cynthia, she's got to be the #1 fan. How many channels, Dennis? All of them.
Cynthia is great.
Yeah. Every channel I've commented on, I see her in the comments. You know what I mean? She's a huge supporter. Heavy Meadow. Nice you were here. Sorry if I missed you early. Kay's digging it. She's won here before. Ambient Girl, thanks for coming. She's a winner as well. Shane, I said, always helps me out if I'm in a grumpy mood. He's got radar for it somehow. He'll tell me after the live stream, Marlon, you got something on your mind? I can tell. Oh, those good friends. Deej, thank you for coming. Let's keep going. Reed, awesome channel, awesome guy. Love that hat. Metal detecting with Randy, another great channel. 508 Magnets. Josh got sponsored. We had that sponsorship question, Dennis, and he got sponsored by, I think it's Rogue Magnetics.
Oh, excellent.
Magnet fishing. Oh, Shane. Thank you for coming, Shane. See it my way, what? I was watching his videos, catching up, and he's doing that. I forgot the friend's name, but his friend isn't really there in the video, and he keeps talking to someone, like they're there, and then he's dumping rocks on his back, so it's like his friend is putting dirt on him when he's trying to get his target, and then they get in a fist fight, and I laughed till I cried. He was fist fighting his imaginary friend. Oh, good job, Shane. Great channel. Treasure hunting with Swifty, my new friend. Awesome. Backyard treasures. I believe this is Nancy's daughter, Dennis.
Yes. Kayla.
That's correct. She's got a channel now.
Yes, she does.
Head on over, guys. And we got KCMD, Kicking Cancer. Thanks for coming in. Casey sent the email. David Carlisle. He used to do live streams. I haven't seen one on his channel in a while. He definitely used to do live. Jason, thanks for being here. Marty V. He's a fun guy. Definitely fun. Demon Rat, double winner on this channel. Brenda, thanks for being here. She's asking about Indiana Tones. Thanks for coming, Mr. Tones. Rhonda. She's also a coin collecting, coin roll hunting live streamer. Thanks for coming, Rhonda. Oh, yeah, here we go. 2 o'clock Mally Man. That's what we were saying there. Don't miss it. Mally Man, Mark Thomas, thank you. Pat, thanks for coming on. You know, it's so cool, you guys, to get all the love. We were over 50 people again today, Dennis.
Oh, awesome.
Over 50. I'm almost at the bottom, guys. I got Mark Thomas. I got Swifty. Lost Ways, thank you for being here. Oh, wow. We're at 1 hour and 20 minutes, guys. I got to rope it. I'm almost at the bottom of the list. Thank you for coming, Dennis.
Oh, have a good day.
Too long and scare people away.
Not
Metal
at all.
SHARXS, Ohio, David Carlisle, and we're right at the bottom. Thank you all, guys. You're all awesome. Everyone head over to Dennis's channel and be subscribed if you haven't. He's doing live streams, posting awesome videos, and his shorts are beautiful.
Thank you.
Don't miss them. Look at that. We did get the 65 likes in the end, says Rob. Okay, I'll give you the boot, Dennis.
All right, take it easy.
I like how you stuck it out to the end. Most people did. 21 people still. Love it.
Great.
Have a great day, sir.
All right, take it easy.
Boom. Guys, I felt the love. Not everyone can stay to the end, and that's totally fine. 20 people still hanging out, 21. You guys are awesome. So remember, get out there. If you're hunting it, it's treasure. I don't care what you're hunting for. It is treasure if you hunt it. Get out there, you find those bottles, you dig them. You get out there and you find those beeps. You go in that old house and you rip the copper out of it. Only if you're allowed, though. No stealing copper. Let's hit the outro video, guys. You guys are awesome. I'm going to say hello, treasure friends. Thank you all for coming. This is the end. You're the best. And I know we're going to have a lot of awesome videos coming out this summer. Spring is in the air for some people, not for me until April. So give me more videos, guys. I'm so itchy. Itchy for treasure. Itchy. Okay. Without further ado, I'm going to bring you to the outro video where there's a nice positive message at the end for all my treasure friends.
Oh, hello. The YouTube is strong with this channel. Make sure that you are subscribed, and you might win a round silver object
I don't know what humans think about it, but I think they love it. So hit the subscribe. The force is strong with this channel. I swear it. I swear it. Thank you. Goodbye.